Appleminte, welcome back again to my channel. As always, I post a new video every Friday, so if you're interested in art related videos and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. So for today's video, we are testing out another weird art supply. I really like doing these kinds of videos because I like to see if they're good or not. Maybe I should make this a series, who knows, but I just wanted to test out the Arteza Woodless Colored Pencils. And so just a brief disclaimer, I just want to say that I'm filming this intro after I've already filmed the drawing portion of my video, so the pack of colored pencils is already open, so just in case you were confused, I wanted to throw that out there. I filmed this part after I already tested everything out, but yeah, just pretend everything's fine. So Arteza has sent me these pencils to test out. I'm going to be giving my 100% honest opinion of them and whether I think they're worth it or not. Thank you, Arteza, for sending me these pencils. If you guys have been with me for a while, you'll know that before I had my large Copic collection, I used colored pencils religiously. You can see I have a lot of colored pencils, and when I only had like 8 Copics, this and my 8 Copics was my go-to. So we are going to see if these woodless colored pencils are a viable option, if they're worth it, and how they work. Oh, and just so you guys know, I have another Kickstarter going on. It is my Animal Party enamel pins. So I have my Quack Stack, which features Peep in a little stack of ducks. I've got my Dragon Kitty and a few other pins that I really like and I'm really excited about. I put a lot of love into creating all of them. So if you want to go support the Kickstarter or you want to pledge, it's a 2-week Kickstarter. Even if you can't pledge, please share it on social media or share it with your friends. Get the word out. I hope to unlock all of the designs. We already have over 50% funded as of the moment I'm filming this, so please go check it out. Thank you so much. Let's get into the video. So here are the pencils that we will be testing for today's video. I'm definitely gonna need some scissors to open up this pack just because I don't think it's gonna be possible. I have not tried these out yet, so I'm really excited to open these up. So let's just get right to that. Sorry. Well, that flew really far. Let's get the pencils out. Here are the pencils in 2 separate little holders, whatever you want to call it. These feel weird. What? First of all, they feel really smooth. I'm guessing this whole part up here is the colored pencil. I've never watched a video on these and I've not tried these out before. So why don't we start off by doing a quick little test swatch of each color just to kind of see how bright they are, and then we're going to get into the rest of the video and try to create some artwork with these. So alongside the pencils, Arteza also sent me this 2-pack of 80 sheet each drawing pads. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to open up one of these and also use that for today's drawing. Okay, how big is this paper? This is 9 by 12 inches, but this just looks huge. Okay, this will be perfect for colored pencils. Just the type of paper, it's smooth. What's the weight on here? 80 pounds. This will be pretty good for the pencils just because it's a smoother paper. It doesn't have too much tooth to it, so the pencils should be able to glide pretty smoothly across it. They also sent me this case that I wanted to show you guys real quick that I'm going to be using to store these pencils after I'm done. Again, all these things can be found on the Arteza website if you're interested and want to get something after this video. I'll have a link in my description below. So let's get into testing the swatches. So first impressions of these pencils is definitely positive. I like the selection of 24 colors that they've included. There's a little bit of each color, so there's a few yellows, a few greens, a few blues, etc. So I like that. I also like the vibrancy of each, and they also swatched pretty well on this notebook or sketchbook paper, I should say. So I am excited to use these and test how they blend with each other. So with normal colored pencils, you would have the wooden portion that surrounds the color that goes right through the center, whereas with these pencils, the whole thing is the color. Basically, this pencil should have more color in it. You should get more use out of it than you would a normal pencil, is my impression. And I think it's also just kind of like a cool gimmick kind of thing to have a woodless colored pencil. So let's test these out and see how they hold up against my other pencils in general, and I will give you my impressions as we go along. So I'm going to start by just telling you a little bit about what I planned on drawing, and then I'll go into my review of the pencils and some information about them. So for this drawing, I wanted to showcase as many colors as I could, and I thought the best way to do that was to make a large drawing where I could have somebody maybe with like rainbow hair. That was like my thought. I really like doing faces and hair and everything like that. That's my favorite kind of thing to draw. So I figured, why not draw that kind of thing? And I kind of just kept making it up as I went along. And I really was happy with how it was coming out. So I think that that was a good choice and direction to go in with this. So for these pencils, I went onto the Arteza website to read a little bit about them, because I really don't know much about woodless colored pencils and their benefits and or why they're different. So on the website, the first thing that I saw, it says that they're environmentally friendly, and this was something I hadn't even thought of. Because they don't use any wood, that just means that they save on trees and all of that. They don't need that for these pencils to be produced. And with that, that also means that you get a lot more lead. As I stated and showed before, basically this whole pencil is lead. So you don't have to worry about, I guess, getting less. You're getting more bang for your buck in a way. And the website also says that they are light fast, or highly light fast is what the website says. Which, as I've said in other videos, light fastness just means if your drawing is exposed to sunlight. If it's not light fast, it will fade over time. But if the materials that you've used are light fast, then your picture will not fade. So that is always a good quality to look for when you're buying art supplies. And then these are also, as I said before, they're very smooth feeling. I really don't know how to describe the feeling of these pencils. Definitely not a waxy feel at all, because it's not a wax. On the website it says it's a lacquer coating. So almost like a plasticky feel, but it's not. I don't know how to describe it, but they're very smooth. And it says you can still use them in a pencil sharpener. So I guess that doesn't affect the way that they work at all. And so that's a little bit about what I could find on the website for the pencils. So using these, I had a good time using them. I mean, they're pretty standard colored pencils. They're nothing like fancy. I would say that the softness of the lead is kind of like mid-tier. They're not like my Prisma colored pencils that have like extra soft lead, but they're also not like Crayola pencils or Rose Art, which aren't the best quality. I would say that these are definitely a good value. Online, their price is like $15, I believe. And so for 24 pencils, that's pretty good. I mean, like my Prismacolor pencils were pretty pricey when I bought them. And I think whenever I go to Michael's, I see they sell the Prismacolor pencils like individually. And it's always $2 a pencil, which is crazy. I always use a coupon if I have to buy like individual colors. But yeah, they're pretty pricey. So 24 pencils for $15 is pretty good, especially for the quality that they are and the amount of colors you're getting, and the fact that they're light fast. That's something important just to keep in mind and to look for when you're buying art supplies. As for the blending, I thought that these pencils blended pretty well. Blending was something that I wanted to test out a lot in this drawing, so that's why I kind of went with the rainbow hair. I figured that all of the colors could fade into one another, so that's the best way. I decided to like try that out, and it blended pretty well. Like all of the colors, I had a soft hand going over the hair, and in some areas where I wanted it to be a little more vibrant or a bit more darker version of that color, I would press down a bit more. Pressing down definitely made it pretty vibrant. As you can see, like the little piece of hair at the top of her head, that I pressed down for. But for the rest of her hair, overall I kept it pretty light, and that was the best way I found to blend. Everything, I think, faded into each other pretty well, so I was pleased with the way that these pencils colored. I've used some pencils in the past that the lead is just so hard on them that nothing looks good. Like, it's not soft at all. It looks, you try to mix them together and you can see like the lines and the streaks. These pencils did not have that problem for me, so in terms of blending, they definitely did well. And yeah, overall, I had a pretty easy time using these. I would recommend these to anybody who maybe wants a, I guess, cool kind of pencil. These pencils should last for a while just because the whole thing is the lead. And they're also eco-friendly, so you can keep that in mind. And they're not that expensive, so definitely give these a look. I have a link in my description, and you can use my code for 10% off. So go check them out. I hope you guys like the drawing that I did. And now on to the end of the video. So guys, that is my artwork that I created with these Woodless Colored Pencils from Arteza. I really like the way it looks on camera. I think that the colors blended really nicely, and I had a lot of fun using these pencils. If you guys, I guess, notice, on my channel I don't do a lot of big artwork. I usually color and draw really small just because I'm more comfortable with that. So it was nice to try something a little bit bigger, and I think colored pencils are a little bit easier to do that with. My verdict on these is that I totally think that they're worth it. I think that the amount of colors that they give you, the 24 set, is really good for their price, as well as it's just cool. You get more color out of them. I wouldn't say that they're exactly the same as using a Prismacolor pencil. I think the softness in the lead is a little different, but I do think that these are a nice option, especially because Prismacolor can get pretty expensive depending on where you buy it, or if you buy it per pencil, sometimes they can charge you $1 or $2 per pencil, so it gets kind of pricey. So definitely take a look at these Arteza colored pencils. I have the link for that in my description below if you are interested in getting your own, and I have a discount code as well. Go check that out in the link below in the description. I will leave it all there for you, so if you'd like a discount and you'd like to check it out, go look there. Again, as always, all of my links are in the description below. I've got the link to my Kickstarter, so go check that out if you have not already. Go share it with people if you can. I would really appreciate it. I've got the link to my online shop below. I also have the link to my Instagram if you'd like to follow me there and see all of the artwork that I do throughout the week and my updates. Keep posted there. Go check that out. And then lastly, I've got my Amino if you'd like to be a part of my community where you can post your own artwork, chat with others, chat with me, all of that. Go check it out. I have that's my little spiel at the end of my video, so that was a lot. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you guys all next week, and thank you again so much for watching this week's video. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye. Oh, there goes her hand.